Good evening, TFC. It's toy time. It's time for some more toys. Now, I'll be honest. Whenever I try and do a review, I do my, at least pretend to do my best to sort of research the toy that we're talking about at the time and know a little bit about him and what I'm talking about and what the toy is and all of that sort of stuff. On this occasion, I must admit I'm struggling. All I know is that I've got his big brother. Now, this toy came out absolutely donkeys ago in the Cybertron lineup. But I don't ever remember seeing a mainstream, widely available Cybertron version of this toy at this size. And that would be Transformers Cybertron Starscream. Now this is not the enormous one, just for a bit of perspective. Look, that's Starscream there, and that's sort of a Unicron leg. So he's nowhere near as big as the Supreme, the King one. But look, he's literally just like the King Starscream, except that he's not a King Starscream. He's just the normal everyday sort of Voyager size one, but he is just sexyful. Really, really, really very nice. Now, I've got to admit, I'm really not sure on what the deal is with this guy. I don't know. Do you know what I suspect? And I may be completely wrong on this, and if I am completely wrong on this, then that's fine. I will retract my statement, and I will admit that I know nothing, and that's fine. But I've got a horrible feeling they're going to try and pass this off as the War for Cybertron Starscream, because they've been starting to leak out a little bit. I know that when the War for Cybertron game came out, then there were this toy coming out with the game for free in certain stores and that sort of thing. I kind of hope that's not the case, because a proper WFC Starscream would be good, but bearing in mind I've never played the game and don't really get off on computer games, then I don't care. As long as I've got it, it's all good. But look at the level. So you've still got all the moulded detail going on in there. Moulded detail? Who do I sound like? Ooh. So you've still got all the detailing going on there, all the same stuff. You've still got the lovely gear going on here. Really well printed Decepticon logos. It is missing the wings that go back here that would normally go up. I think the batch came through without them. But again, when you get sort of preview toys like this, you tend not to look a gift horse in the mouth. Beautiful, just really, really beautiful. Absolutely made up with it. Again, this is actually King Starscream's Cyber Planet key, so we'll whack that in there, and you get. Come on! Pew! You get his energon weapons that come out, 2 blades. Very nice. Very nice. And again, for transformation, it's pretty much exactly the same as the other one. You split the nose. So you've got to... This isn't easy by any means. Okay, let's flip these away for the moment and let's make life a bit easier for ourselves. So you need to tip these away so you give yourself a little bit of space, and then you need to pull apart and down at the same time to get it out from underneath the cockpit, because it clips together on the nose section really, really, I say well, but it's unbelievably difficult just to convince it into doing anything. So you've got to separate that at the front, and then you just grab him firmly and pull. Grab him firmly and pull. You hear that? Gratchety, ratchety. Oh, it's one of the best noises in the world. I don't know about you, but when I watch other people do reviews of their toys on the YouTubes, I find that lovely creaky, cracked, plasticky kind of noise just, oh, it's very satisfying. You can fall asleep to it, kind of. It's a bit like rain on a window pane. If you're a real toy collector, just that little creaky, noisy noise doesn't get any better. So same as the other one. Let's bring the camera up a little bit and let's do the work properly. Same as the other one, head stays in place, twist the body down, everything fits in place. Then you get the arms from that are under there, and then let's pull this light in a little bit closer. You take the arms out from under there, just push them up, wait for them to pop in place like that. Do the same for that one, push it around, pop that in place. Then you've got movement at the arm there, movement at the shoulder, ratchets, goes in and out a tiny bit, but there's not a lot of movement. And then you're supposed to tuck the wings up like that. They just look better out all the time. I've always thought that with the King version. And there he is. Let's make him all look mighty and powerful and angry. Oh. Let's check the face mould first. Very, very Starscream. Very, very difficult to get into the eyes, but they are red in there. Obviously no light paping and no lights and sounds on this version. But yeah, detailing on the cockpit and everything. Guns don't swivel on this version, they did on the big one. And when you think about it, the big one has got an awful lot of more room for movement as opposed to this one, because you would normally just like to think that for your massive, great big 60 quid odd figure that it would come with a bit more in the way of articulation, and it just doesn't. But I absolutely adore this guy. As soon as I saw him in the cabinet, I was just like, oh, I've got to have one, give it to me now. I don't know why it's over here. I don't know the history of it. I just know that it's Cybertron Starscream, and it's a toy that you just don't see over here at all. Let's just make sure that the gimmick still works when we're in robot mode. Yeah. Oh. Transformers Cybertron Voyager class Starscream. An absolute triumph. And Team Decepticon. Yes, you might be right. I seem to have been buying an awful lot of dirty purples lately. It's not my fault. Drunk review coming up soon, I think. This is my 150th review, by the way, so rate, subscribe, leave a comment, blah blah blah, all of that sort of rubbish. I've been out of it for a little while. I think some of the momentum for the reviews has disappeared a little, but I'm back on the horse. I've made myself a nice, if I come back here a little bit, I've made myself a nice little review bay with some lights going on properly and all of that sort of jazz, and in case I need it, I've even got an extra built-in light up there. And SMS number 1. Gonna stop rambling now. This has been a very grown-up review of my beautiful, essentially borrowed without consent Chinese toy. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and just subscribe. Come on, I'm on 180 and I need to get up there. Thank you very much. 200's on its way. Can't let Vigadeth go on and just steal all the people all the time. Thank you.